Well, welcome everybody, and thank you for this being on the summer version, mid-July, which is definitely the dog days of summer. And it's July 14th, and Lisa Bell Henson, as you know, my partner in crime, Hal, is actually in a different meeting tonight. So he wanted me to send hugs to everybody and thank you guys for just your consistency and being on. I know that we're a little bit off schedule. Normally we're first and third Sunday nights at 7 o'clock Central. And this month, because I was traveling last week, I was in a geography that set a world record for their own city, like crushed their previous record for the hottest day of the year at 119 degrees. So I have a whole new definition of what hot is, what it feels like. But I was really looking forward to getting back here, not just because of the weather, but just to see you guys. And it's just always interesting to travel. I learn a lot. And tonight I was really wanting to kind of hear from you guys. So I'm going to kind of tell you what I'm looking for. I want to hear from you guys, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about it while I'm talking. But there's something that we're doing in my corporate job. Many of you guys know that almost 4 months ago, I was hired as a corporate person, like with a big girl job, and working 40 plus hours a week with a commute. Susan's laughing because she knows what this feels like. Waking up early, driving to work at 6:30, and I'm learning so much by this corporate experience. But one of the things that we do every week as a staff is we talk about B's and C's. And you might go, what's that? Well, I call it blessings and challenges. And I'm going to kind of read something to you from our reading. We've talked about the day by day with James Allen, which is what Hal and I kind of read to each other. Like that's the first thing that we read every single morning. So it's like 30, 31 days, and we just kind of rotate through it. I want to read to you guys, why do we talk about blessings and challenges? At work, they call it happies and crappies as well. So, whatever language that you want to use to describe this, what I'd like to do before we jump into the leaderboard and kind of the meat of Zilis is kind of talk about every circumstance has two sides. It is one of the most difficult lessons to accept, understand, and learn. Circumstances are not negative or positive, circumstances are neutral. It is our thinking, our mental state, our perspective that makes a circumstance positive or negative. Bob Proctor, how many of you guys have heard of Bob Proctor? Anybody? It's like one of my favorites. Does some of the best teaching on this subject using a universal law he refers to as the law of polarity. Everything in the universe has its opposite. There would be no inside to a room without an outside. You have a right and a left side to your body, a front and a back. The law of polarity not only states that everything has an opposite, it is equal and opposite. If it was 3 feet from the floor up to the table, it would be 3 feet from the table down to the floor. If it's 150 miles from Manchester to London, by law, it must be 150 miles from London to Manchester. It could not be any other way. If something you considered bad happens in your life, there has to be something good about it. If it was only a little bad, when you mentally work your way around to the other side, you will find it will be only a little good. So I'm going to skip an example, and I'm going to talk a little bit more. There's 2 more paragraphs, but it says, so it's even more clear from Bob's teaching that every circumstance can be viewed 2 ways. It's the way we view a circumstance that determines its impact on our thinking and mental state. And we know from James Allen's teaching that that determines the quality of life that we live. No matter how bad the circumstance appears to be, taking another look from another perspective reveals to us the good. Or, as Napoleon Hill, author of the classic Think and Grow Rich, wrote, every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit. And that's worth thinking about. And so when we talk about kind of blessings and challenges, and what I would love to talk a little bit about is just blessings and challenges within Zilis, within your Zilis business right now. If anyone wants to share kind of the positive and the negative, I'll go first and just tell you that for me, it's been a huge transition, somewhat of a challenge to just adjust my life after 32 years of being my own boss. and really step into submitting to leadership and, getting reviews and just, somebody else's agenda. But what it's done for my Zilis business is it's really forced me to expand. It's forced me to get on a different schedule, and it's given me a whole new user group to talk to. And so it's been both challenging and also rewarding in the last couple months that I've been working. So I would love to hear if anybody else wants to share about just kind of the blessings and the challenges, because it's the law of polarity.
Can I go?
Of course you can, Barbara.
Okay. Well, I just had to give a presentation this week to a networking group, and so my subject was my client was welding. He's a welding institute, so I'm doing his marketing for him. So I show up at this networking thing to promote his company. And before I got there, I said, give me a synopsis of some new things that are happening with your company. And so he was telling me all the new things and how many graduates of 37 in a year that he's been there. And I said, Dustin, he goes, and I did have 3 dropouts, in this last year. I said, well, I wanna bring that up because I just felt that, to every battery, there's a negative end to a positive end. And the battery won't play, I always have said. And I think that it creates more of a reality, for people to believe in you. If you just keep telling them all the positive, you sort of got to tell them some of the negative. And, in a welding program, these 3 that have dropped out, it was a great experience to tell on that his company doesn't just take your money and run with it. He believes in you, and if he believes in you, he's going to work with you. But if he doesn't believe that you're going to be able to be a welder, it's a hard job, then he's not going to take your money, and he's going to tell you that you're going to have to go find something else. And so I told him that I wanted to bring it up, and he says, well, you're my marketing person. So, and it was because I think it brings more credibility to his company that he's real than to just tell all the negative. I mean, all the positive. Does that make sense of what you're talking about?
Yes, but and that's your work life, but I'm looking for Zilis positives and negatives with
Okay.
regard to your Zilis business. So, but
Okay.
that's a good work example.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No
Well, I'm driving
worries.
in a car.
No worries. You're on a date. We understand.
I'm not on a date, but okay.
Well,
Just teasing. Just teasing.
I know.
Anybody else want to take a stab at your Zilis business? Any of
yeah,
the positives and the negatives?
yes. Let's talk about the new Vibe product that just came out. That's a big positive, okay?
Awesome.
So Zilis has launched this technology with these 3 cannabinoids mixed into this water-soluble format. And what I want to say about that is very interesting. Right here in Foley, we have a hemp manufacturing facility that's not ours. It's a company that set up shop to basically process CBD, THC, and all this as it develops. And the investment was about $40 million into this manufacturing facility. So it's not something they just stuck through together, right? This is a $40 million investment. And so I'm talking to them about some different things and ideas, and I never lack ideas. But I took a bottle of Zilis into that company, and I said, "This is a water soluble formulation of CBD and this and that." And we talked some science stuff, and you know what? They just shook their heads. They have no clue. They have not the slightest idea how to make hemp water soluble. Now we're talking about a company that spent $40 million to get in the business, right? And they don't know how to build a business with the water soluble technology. So what
Wow.
we have is special. Okay. I mean, think about it. This is a new facility. This isn't a 5-year-old facility. It's a brand new facility. And they don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the knowledge base. They don't have the science. See, the chemist, I mean, I talked to the chemist of the company, you know, and I said, this is what Zilis does. And, you know, this is, because we're talking about all kinds of different ideas like everybody does. And, you know, they just shook their head. I don't know, you know, I don't know what, they didn't have anything to say because they had all this manufacturing stuff out on this table that they do, right? And they white label stuff. They don't have a brand like you would, you know, they may make some of Zilis stuff. I don't know. You know, I mean, they just white label everything. Everything comes off production and then they ship it out. But they had this big table, probably a 10-foot table with all their products that they manufacture for all the companies, you know, like a lot of companies manufacture. And there wasn't one thing, guys, that was even close to what we have.
Wow.
So, yeah. And you know, again, think about that. So we now have this new byproduct that's launched that's 3 cannabinoids, which brings up another point. So we have a patient. You want to tell that story?
This is not okay, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, it's exciting.
This isn't a blessing, but challenge.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's enough. Yeah, whatever.
No, it's really great, you know, conversation. A couple things. First of all, leaders who have disciplined their mindset to only focus on the positive, you're looking at them right now. Stephen, Jenny, Todd, you guys, and I'm not just like trying to like shout them out. I'm just saying this is what success looks like. And I didn't start with that mindset, Stephen, Todd. Like as a nurse, like I think I was a little bit more on the negative side. I was looking for what was wrong with things, which there's an abundance of, but we know now there's this law of polarity. Everything has a positive and a negative. And if we focus on the negative, what happens?
You get negative.
We know
law of attraction.
right. Through the law of attraction, we know that negative expands. And so when you're looking for leaders, that positive mindset that Stephen Todd showed, whereas, you know, we could have gone anywhere in this conversation and he immediately in with what's great about Vibe, the 3 cannabinoids, water solubility. And it's just a great example of why these guys continue to have success. And in fact, it's a great segue. There's 2 people on the US leaderboard, and Steve and Jenny are number 2, and Hal and I are number 1 right now. And not to say that really deserves an applause. It's just the mindset that produces success. That is the success mindset. And we might think we're here to distribute product. We might think we're here to make money. I believe this journey is about developing the characteristics of our highest self, of positive leadership. And Steve and Jenny, you guys have just demonstrated that with your example. So I just, you know, thank you guys for all that you do. And, you know, just both of y'all. I mean, you know, Jenny, you love on people, and, you know, I'm aware of it because this has been a hard year for Zilis. It's been a hard year for us as we're still kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for certain things to happen that will make us move quickly. And you guys continue to show that positive mindset. Jenny?
Well, you know, Lisa, I don't know if this is what you're asking for, but yeah, I don't know if it was really a challenge. I mean, you just did it. But, you know, I purchased a vendor booth at a girls' night out here in Daphne, Alabama. Y'all all need to move south. I'm telling you, women on the Gulf Coast, they have fun everywhere. But anyway, it was an 1.5-hour drive, and Steve didn't go because it was just a bunch of women. And it was 95 degrees. I stepped in a pile of fire ants and got bites all over my ankle, and put topical on it right away. And that took care of the itching right away. So that was awesome. But I'm packing all this stuff in the heat into this place all by myself. Not with a smile on my face, but, you know, I set up, and the blessing of this is somebody came along and she purchased a bottle of Vibe, and she didn't even want to give me her number, but she bought a bottle. So I said, okay, Lisa, you just let me know, give me some feedback and let me know how this works. She called me 3 days later. She could not believe just what 3 drops did to her. Just totally changed her life. And so this by going through this heat and lugging this stuff and getting set up and whatnot, you know, I've made 2 more contacts. So you just keep on keeping on.
That's beautiful, Jenny. And, you know, I'm sure Linda Painter is sitting here nodding because she also had an experience assisting one of her team members in doing an event that was super hot. Linda, I don't know if you're there and you want to comment on kind of the challenge of that event or not, because you're muted right now. I see you, Linda, but I can't hear you yet.
Yes, it was extremely hot. It was like 95 degrees. It was breezy, but it was a breezy 95 degrees. And it was a Renaissance fair that one of my team members had gotten a booth for, and she sells glass figurines that she makes, or beads, and she wanted to display Zilis. And I said, hey, I'll come and help you. And so I just talked to people as they came by, and she talked about her beads and everything. But it was great. It was hot, and so I think that discouraged a lot of people also from coming out. But you have to get out there, and we did get 5 names, which I'm going to do a follow up for her because she's quite busy right now moving and finding a house to live in. So I told her I would take care of that part for her.
Awesome. And the other thing, Linda, is you didn't stop working after that.
No, I came home and worked in my garden.
And I'm referring to the fact that you invited somebody over to your house kind of strategically to get the banners back to me.
I see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have a very good friend. She was at one time was one of the corporate staff members of the biggest stores in the United States. And you know, when you work for them, they they may pay you good, but they make sure they extract every ounce of blood out of you. And long story short, after years of extreme stress, it affected her body so much, and it affected her relationship with her husband. So now they're going through a divorce, selling their house, and it was just and I knew already what would help her. So I asked her if she was open to trying the Zili vibe, and she was hesitant, but she took it. So that was a positive. And then I said, now I just need to get her in front of Lisa and start a relationship there. And that's what we did. I invited her to come over to eat because they're leaving soon, and I knew my opportunity was very slim. And so she came over, and I said, hey, Lisa, this is a great time for you to come and pick up your banners. So she got to meet her.
Awesome. Well, so that was the nice part, that the little silver lining in getting slapped in the face with a banner at the Renaissance Fair. So
Oh, yes.
I'm glad you kept persevering, Linda.
Yeah. The wind was so strong that one of the plaques that I had that showed the endocannabinoid system flew. I had it flat on the table because it wouldn't stay standing up, and it flew in the air and it hit me in the corner of my eye, just missed my eyeball and gave me a cut across the bridge of my nose. But it was worth it.
Well, thank you for sharing, and thank you for persevering. Okay, anybody else want to share a blessing, a challenge with your Zilis business before we move on?
I will, Lisa.
Awesome, Debbie. Hey, girl.
Hey, I think my biggest challenge is getting people to follow through. As far as, it's frustrating when they want to fix something, but I call them and it's like, well, how you doing on it? Well, when I remember. It's like, how can you forget? It's like you don't feel well, you want something to happen, but I think and then they finally say, well, it doesn't work. It's like, well, I can't help you if you don't use it. I can't, You have to at least use it for 3 months to give me an honest opinion, and you have to use it every day. So that's the biggest challenge. But I think what it's taught me is to tell people if you don't use it, it's not going to help. So up front, I say, this is what you have to do. And you do it for 3 months and every day, and then tell me it doesn't work. But I can almost guarantee you it's going to do something. And you have to be very conscious of what your body feels like today. Because when I first started taking the ultrasound, I didn't even know my fingers hurt in the morning. It was after my breast cancer and I was on medication. And within a month, I kind of woke up one morning and go, my hands don't hurt. I didn't even think about it. So I always tell people really be conscious of what your body feels like today. Any little ache and pain, because we don't know what it's going to hit first. We don't know what receptor. It could be a silent receptor like blood sugar, whatever. So I always tell people wait at least until your blood work, because my cholesterol went from 275 to 220 in a 5-year period. And I didn't do anything different. So that's my biggest challenge, but I think it's taught me to be more upfront with people. And I'd rather than not to try it at all if they're not going to be serious about taking care of themselves. And so
Excellent
I'm
point.
just really upfront with them, because I've lost 3 that I signed up last month or the month before. And it's frustrating because I know they need it, but my mom used to say you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I can't help them if they're not willing to help themselves. So it's
Well,
just
and
kind
it
of taught
really
me to be more open with people.
it brings up a great point, Debbie, because many of you guys know that I was really blown away on June 24th when Dr. Alan Miller, the naturopath, discussed the 3 patents on Ultracell.
Mhm.
Because I'd always known that our formula was patent pending. That's what Stephen Thompson used to say. And so when I found out, and Stephen Todd might have known this, but I did not know that we had 3 patents on Ultracell. And so that was quite a surprise. And what has really been interesting is if you dive in, I actually posted that call. I specifically requested from Shannon Toland that we would have just that information because it was on a Freedom call that actually talked about pets and CBD and fireworks and things like that. But so it was probably 10 to 15 minutes of reviewing what the 3 patents were for. And Debbie, you talked about silent receptors and you talked about things like cholesterol.
Mhm.
And the things that I'm talking about that were in the patents, who remembers what the patents, the outcomes in the 3 patents that were referred to?
I think it was blood sugar was one of them.
Right, lowering blood sugar in 30 days. What was another one?
Liver enzymes.
Liver. Look at Jenny
Liver
Todd.
enzymes, yeah.
Liver enzymes, and what was another one?
I don't
Was it blood pressure? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't blood pressure, but they talked about blood parameters.
Mm.
Specifically, red blood cells got healthier.
Right.
So that was from the first study. But my question, and they also said that, bilirubin, ALT were the 2 liver enzymes, and then, 0 adverse events. So proven safety in 30 days. And so it was just a great reminder. Can you feel any of those things in the body? Dr. Todd, can you? I can't hear you yet.
Yeah, you can't feel any of that, right? I mean, it's just part of your body's natural ability to heal itself. But hey, speaking of that, so we had somebody that
Okay, let Lisa go on.
No, go ahead.
Talk about liver enzymes here. Okay?
I want to hear it.
It's liver enzymes. So we have a patient that has stage 3 liver issues, right? I mean, we're talking about advanced liver deterioration. So in treating her, you have to make a decision from a clinician standpoint whether you're going to use CBD that's metabolized in the liver, right, through this certain pathway, or are you not going to do that because of these compromised liver issues because they're severe. Well, my decision was that she's going to get better if she uses CBD, not use it. So we kept her on, is it ultrasound?
She started out with CBD, but then she's on the Vibe product.
So she's on Vibe now, but my point is that we've had 0 incidents with this issue of liver toxicity or anything. Now she's not had any subsequent blood tests yet because she just started it, but
she sleeps better.
yeah, but the point is that, yeah, exactly. Like she sleeps better, she rests better, so her liver is better, and so you really can't make a value on that. Now I wouldn't recommend anybody on this call to do that. Don't give a CBD product to somebody who has compromised liver enzymes or anything like that. Don't do that. And that's why I'm not trying to tell you to do that. But my point is that this is the safety margin of this technology is
Gotcha.
Off the charts.
We've seen, and just, because we can talk amongst ourselves, one of the first things that got my attention was seeing stage 1, 2, and 3 kidney failure reverse on ultrasound just in the early days. And so, again, these are parameters that people may or may not know about. Not everybody knows what their liver enzymes are, and a lot of people don't know what their blood sugar is. But being able to, like in that first patent, 10 healthy subjects, they had many blood draws, and they were on 10 milligrams of CBD for 30 days. Half the people didn't know they had high blood sugar, and they were pre-diabetic. And 5 of them reverted to normal in 30 days, normal blood sugar. Wow. Bilirubin returned to normal in 1 person, and ALT returned to normal in 1 person. I mean, I'm just in 30 days. And so I want us to know and be confident that we actually have patents that show safety and efficacy and some really, really important blood and body parameters for metabolic health that you can't feel. And just having that confidence really gives us the ability to share this in a very confident way. And just as Debbie said, look, this was 30 days. So you might not feel this in 1 bottle, but I want you to stay on it for 90 and get your bloods drawn after that time and see if they're willing to, because honestly, I mean, I was using this for several months before I had my normal physical. The first year I was using ultrasound, and I was, it was all subtle for me. Like I could feel some things, like I didn't have as strong of a sweet tooth, and I think I had some relief from anxiety, which I didn't even know I had. So just non-specific. But when I went and had my blood drawn, and I've been chronically anemic my entire adult life, and my doctor was always like, "Oh my gosh, we need to get you on iron," and da da da, and he was like, "Man, you're back to normals," and not only that, but your red blood cells look really good, like. And now, using this for 7 years, my blood work is perfect. Like, and it never had been before. And that patent showed me what long-term usage can do for us. So it's wonderful when you understand the power of that. Yeah, it's great to have patents. And the other thing that's really important is the patents. Steve talked about water solubility and the fact that that plant had no idea. So these patents are on liposomal technology, which is our technology of absorption. And so it's just, I mean, those things are important to know, and they're completely memorizable. So I just want everyone to not only listen to the patent call, I save it in the notes on my phone so that I can send that to people and really talk about the importance of having them listen and educating them not just to what CBD is, but to the power of the ability to regulate some of these body parameters. Because remember, that's really what these cannabinoids do, is they help balance that which is not balanced in the body, whether it's cholesterol or liver enzymes or blood sugar or, sleep, you name it. So anyway, any other thoughts on the patent call or anything else before we kind of wrap for tonight?
Lisa, this is Kayla.
Hey, Kayla.
Hi, question for you. Is this little section of that call in the back office where all you can have is Dr. Miller's information and not all the other stuff that was on the Freedom Call?
Yes. It's
And
just they just segmented this one piece of patent information.
and it's in the back office.
Yeah, I posted it on Team Unlimited as well. So you can go find it or you can just copy it.
Okay. It's only because I'm a former transplant nurse. And I do think there has to be some caution, I'll say, with liver enzymes, CBD and PubMed, several articles, very good reputable articles, can increase AST and ALT. And when you're dealing with a liver patient, I think I think CBD is great, but I think you need to combine also a little bit of Western medicine so that that patient doesn't get into trouble. And you can have clinical signs and symptoms. You can have changes in your stool. You can have changes in your urine color. You can have changes in your cognition. So I think just always have them in contact with their regular medical doctors also.
Yeah, absolutely. We usually encourage them when they start using a CBD product to share it with their medical provider. I will tell you in 7 years, because of the low doses and the absorbability of our products, I have never seen an adverse liver, kidney, or blood value from Ultracell.
How many patients have we followed the statistics pre and post?
Well, I'm talking anecdotally, just myself and 7 years in the business, knowing as a holistic nurse what I'm tracking. And of course, a lot of people, don't show you their lab values, but I have a lot of confidence because of the small amount that we're using, because it's absorbed so well. I think it's I'm sure that there are studies saying all sorts of things in PubMed, but with water soluble, low dose, non THC cannabinoids like Ultracell, I'm really pleased. I think it's a very, very safe supplement. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this for sure.
I agree with you completely, but I don't think, because it doesn't matter what I think. I don't think there are studies, though, on the Zilis end where we have monitored people with good database on routine follow-up labs.
So what we have is the 30-day patent information, which is significant. We've been doing this 7 years without that information. So it's as good as it gets in this world. We're not in a pharmaceutical company. We cannot make claims. All we can do, we're a support the structure and function of the human body supplement. And so we can't even mention any disease state. So, for the restrictions we have, I'm very, very pleased with the 3 patents that we have, because people can make their own assumptions and projections from that. Any other thoughts, you guys? Marcia Smith, I know you're doing some great work out there. Do you want to give us a little update on blessings and challenges?
Sure. Well, I guess my best blessing has been crossing paths with a young entrepreneur that is a massage therapist, and she's looking to build a wellness collective. And she agreed to try Vibe and the topical for herself, and then with the hopes of getting retail and signing up, hopefully. I think we're on that track. As my first ambassador that really wants to actually do the business. And so I'm excited, but I'm also very hesitant. I think that's a challenge. Like, I don't want to get too excited about it because I don't want, to jinx it somehow. But yeah, so hopefully this month that will go through and we will start working together out of her new little wellness center, I'm going to call it. And hopefully we're going to, I don't know if I'm going to do like a straight on launch, but when I went to meet her this last week, it was really early in the morning. She goes, "Can we just sit on these mats and just stretch?" So we were just like sitting on our mats, yoga mats, and stretching and talking. And she goes, "This is exactly what I think we should do, is just like invite people in here and we'll just all kind of hang out, and it'll be a regular thing, and we'll just talk about we'll talk about these products, and we'll talk about life, and we'll just have a group thing. And I'm like, I'm totally into that. So anyway, she's creative and she's very energetic, and I'm very happy to cross paths with her, and thankful for Lisa for getting on a three-way call just to, put some emphasis on the business, because I'm still having a hard time. That's a challenge, is talking to people about having it as a side gig or another source of revenue. So yeah, I'll give you an update in a month.
Well, Marcia, I just want to shout out to you because, first of all, thank you for allowing me to meet her. And you guys might not know, but my favorite part of what we do is really getting to meet the people that you put in front of me. And Marcia, you have shown a lot of consistency and mental toughness, and this not being an easy path to find that person that really sees the business opportunity like you do. And you've shown a lot of, again, positive mindset and being able to really plow through some of the doubt and just the feelings of like, well, maybe I'm in the wrong space, or maybe for some reason I'm not really not good at this. I mean, have all of us felt that way at one time or the other? Susan, everyone but Susan Everett. Susan's laughing. I mean, you guys, all of us have felt like, for whatever reason, like that we suck at it. Like, we're just not good at this. We're not meant to do this. And that is the negative voice. Because what I am here to tell you is, if you hold your ground, even if you're silently just working on yourself, you emerge stronger, and your power comes in holding position over time. That's what Steve and Jenny Todd have done so well. As Debbie Ray has done so well, Gene Workmeister, Susan Everett, those guys are rock solid in their belief system because they've been through the downside. And Marcia, you and I have never even met live yet. So you've done all this in New York, really with your own mindset, your own holistic nurse coaching practice. And I'm just really, really proud of you.
Thank
so
you.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Whether she sees the light or not.
I don't know. I think we'll make a great team if I keep saying if we do this, if we have this, and she kept correcting me, like, when we do it, it's going to be a when, it's not an if. I'm like, okay. So it's kind of a little bit too good to be true. So I'm just kind of riding it right now, and we'll see what happens. And I'll keep y'all.
Well, I'm super proud of you.
Yeah. And challenge, that's just a challenge of keeping your brain on the right, and the right vibration. And it's so funny because I can sit there and listen to this woman, and to me, she's like, she's in the right place, but she doubts herself too. So we're kind of working on both that together. We're similar. We need each other to keep having each other reframe things positively, and something as simple as when. Oh, and I gotta tell you this really cool thing, because I just looked down, and so we're sitting on the floor in her studio, and she went to the other space, and I heard this like clinking sound. And she's like, she kind of laughed, and she comes in the room, and she goes, I just opened the door, and this polished stone just literally fell out of the sky, like fell from somewhere above me and landed right in front of me on my floor. She goes, I'm going to give it to you. I don't know what it means, but take it. And so I don't know. I think it's like some kind of a quartz. She goes, I have no idea where that came from. So it's
a diamond.
Yeah, it's a little diamond in the rough. So
there you go. Well, Marcia,
I don't know what that's going to tell us, but
you put her on the phone, and I could just feel her high vibration. And sometimes you really just can't choose that. You just have to find it. You know what I mean? And so it's so fun to watch the process, and Somebody once told me it's not about what you believe, it's what you can influence others to believe and walk, as a leader. And by holding that, the law of polarity, by finding the positive and holding the positive, we've talked about that with, just even the scale of consciousness, like 200 is where courage starts. And when we can have the courage to change the way we see the world and really want to find the good part, the higher vibration, that's the leader that people follow. And it's wonderful to see that in you.
Yeah, she's really growing her metaphysical mindset too. Like probably why this stone fell out of nowhere. I don't know. But we're sitting there talking, and I was telling her about the Amalaki, right? And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I just had a total vision of you and I over in the East, and we're over there like learning things together." She goes, "It was super powerful." So I don't know. Like this girl is something else. So I'm gonna get her on these calls eventually. I just
okay. Well, they're recorded in the meantime, and we're looking forward to hearing how the story goes. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Awesome. Any last reports before we wrap up for the evening? I know I'm looking at the participants here, and I just Susan and Karen Hale and Jean and the Todds and Debbie Ray and freaking Kathy Talbot, Barbara Durkee. You guys are the leaders that have stuck with this. I mean, I really don't think we get good in this until we've been in at least 4 years. And sometimes we don't have a huge paycheck to show for the development, the work, the energy that's gone into this, but that's where the future value is going to happen. So I just want you to know that you guys are leaders of leaders, and whether you have the paycheck you're satisfied with or not, most of us don't, that is going to happen because that follows energy. So Susan, I'm going to ask you for your closing comments for us.
My closing comment is you kind of hit the nail on the head, because it's been a pretty tough last 6 months, at least, have been somewhere close to hell. And it's really been a tough time for me. So it's like I still believe in the products. And so I don't really sell them. When people talk to me about their aches and pains, I said, I got something for it. If you want it, great. If you don't, fine. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, because I get so tired of fighting the Illinois gummy industry. And but what was really wild is, so I don't really feel like I'm working the business, and sometimes I'm beating myself up, but there's little dribbles that are happening. People like Megan, actually, she's downline from me, and she's on this call. But suddenly, like, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I had the biggest check I've ever had. And it's like, I looked at it and thought, well, how did I do that? It just kind of keeps happening. It rolls when you have other people involved with you.
And Susan, the only way that you can have that is to stick with it longer than you want.
Yeah.
Stick with it longer than you ever thought you would. I mean, there's days that I think it just gets easier over time, but Megan is still in the thick of things. And Megan, did you know we're talking about you? I don't know if she can get off.
Yes, I can hear.
Megan, hey man, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell us why is Zilis for you, girl?
Oh, they'll throw me on the spot.
Yep, we love to do that.
I think Zilis, for me is, just, I think I really said yes watching my dad come out of a big accident, and he's always, had a lot of mental issues, and just watching him, come out of his shell and do things that he hasn't done. The same with my mom, just her coming and telling me oh my gosh, thanks for, and, introduced me to this product that I would have never thought helped. So I think just hearing, even if it's a few stories, but knowing the impact to the people closest to you, it's probably why.
It's a great why. And do you have any challenges that you want to share with us? You actually did a great job sharing your why.
I guess kind of what, Susan said too about the Illinois and people in the gummies, or, they're like, well, I do that. Or also hearing like, oh, I'll fail a drug test, or, oh, I'm not going to do that because XYZ. But kind of how she said, like, okay, it is what it is, and I just move on. But that's probably the more struggle is people don't care, I guess.
Yep, I think everybody can relate to that. And I think what we get better at is asking the right questions so that we don't waste our energy on the people who don't want to invest in their health for whatever reason. So stick with it, girl. You're right in the middle of Western medicine. And so sometimes the people that you're around really believe in it, or they just have strong beliefs. They believe that marijuana is what really works and that we're using something that's lesser. When you're asking questions, you can find what someone's belief system is. And if they're just open to another point of view or not, and that's where Susan was saying, she's just gotten to the point where she's not going to invest any energy if they're not open.
Yeah, I do the same. If they seem interested, then I'll kind of, touch on questions that they may have, or I don't know. I think I just let God lead it, and normally He just kind of sends the people my way, and I go from
I love
there.
it. I love it. That's a great philosophy. We're proud of you, Megan. We love having
Thanks.
you on our team, and keep working it, girl. Let us know how we can help you and make Susan work harder.
Okay.
Awesome. Any other thoughts, questions, comments before we close tonight?
Hey, Lisa, one more thought.
Yeah,
For
Debbie.
the people that are bad about taking their stuff every day, I just had somebody sign up last month, and she said, I'm so bad about taking. I said, you have to take it every day, either once a day or twice a day, but you have to take it. So with my husband years ago, when we started ultrasound, he never could remember. I said, you brush your teeth twice a day, don't you? Put it by your toothbrush. But this lady, I said, you know what? Put a timer on your phone every day. At lunchtime, put it in there as an alert, just like if it was medicine, take it every day. She said, I never thought of doing that. So hopefully she's been taking it. So it's one more thing that I can tell people, put it on alarm.
It's good advice. And that's advice that you've gotten, from some of the pushback. So great share. We appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on tonight. We're going to let you guys out 10 minutes early to go enjoy your summer evening, and look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow on the Freedom Call. Thanks for being awesome. Focus on the positive.
Thanks, Lisa.
Lots of love. Bye-bye, everyone.
Night.
Night.